Hello, all my art-loving people out there. There are two ways we go about being art lovers, at least today. One is creating art, and the other is buying art supplies. So many of you know about Blick's big MacPherson Liquidation sale, and in this video I'm going to show you what I bought, even though I'm supposed to be on a no-buy, but I'm going to actually talk about the no-buy and its cancellation in a 2026 goals video later. But for now, let me just show you what I got at the Blick sale. Alright, here's everything that fits on the desk. I have been really into colored pencils again. My art career, supposedly, technically started with oil painting, but then when I was going to be a YouTube artist and sharing my stuff online, I thought I was going to be a colored pencil artist. But shortly before that journey started, I rediscovered watercolor and my love for it, and now that's my passion. But I'm still super interested. I've been getting back into my colored pencils, and I wanted to try these because they were really affordable. And as a bonus, they came with these line markers. So it's a set of 3 sepia colored Derwent Graphics line makers. I said marker, they're line makers. And I should, cat, you're being loud. Got a cat over there in a hammock in the window. Anyway, I should have gotten these out for Inktober. Still can, because it's still October, but I will think about that. You're blocking the light, kitty. And then we have these Sennelier ink brush pens. I should use these for Inktober too. Maybe I'll use one of these for the Arctic prompt, because there is a blue one in here. That could be fun. It is technically ink, right? And it might be a nice change for me over what I've been doing with just microns. Anyway, set of 6 of these. This is a Derwent burnisher pencil, and I think it was, I don't know, 99 cents, even cheaper. I'll put prices up on the screen as I'm going through here. Amsterdam acrylics. I received a small set of 3 of these, I think, or so, in a art subscription box. Actually, many of the comments I got on that video said that this brand is really good, and this was very much on sale, so I decided to pick them up because I do teach with acrylics in my college classes once in a while, and I really like using acrylics, so I bought them. The price is right, you have to get them right. Here's a Derwent line maker 0.1. There is one of these in there. I don't know, it must have been super cheap or a freebie, so there it is. Probably was not a freebie, I probably just clicked add to cart. And this is the same thing, but in purple, but it's a number 7. That should be fun. And then I didn't get these for myself. I have the set of 18 thanks to a friend who is now passed on, which makes me sad, but it makes me happy to use the gift that she gave me. It makes me think of her. I got these as a gift for probably my niece next year. I already have her gift this year, but when you can find woodies for that price, you need to buy them. So I bought them, and I will find somebody to give them to, and it will probably be that niece I'm thinking of. Still young enough to use all these fun things, and heck, I'm in my 40s and I love using these, so anybody would like these. I think I bought this because it was Inktober, or getting close to Inktober. When was that sale? I don't even remember. Not that long ago. But it was also pretty affordable, and it comes with the pen and everything. Yeah, so you get 4 inks. They're much bigger bottles than I expected, but the thing that kind of attracted me about these was the colored ink. So I think having different color options is super fun. One's gold. We have a red, blue, and a black, I believe. And then the dip pen here, which I have a dip pen from Speedball, but I don't think I've ever used a Winsor & Newton dip pen. Whatever, I just wanted the ink, okay? There's some really smooshed instructions in there. Oh, I didn't even realize this. And some calligraphy paper that has seen better days. I actually used to do calligraphy once in a blue moon just for fun, and I enjoy getting my dip pens out during Inktober, but I probably won't this Inktober unless I want to try this in the last few days of the month coming up here. And because I attempted to buy a bunch of large, very high quality watercolor paper during this sale, I got this very large hockey brush. That's how I've always been taught to say it, H-A-K-E. It holds a lot of water. It would wet the paper very quickly. I also have some other big paper I'm trying to use up, so I figured it would be a good addition, and it was very affordable as well. Then this matte varnish for oil painting. It's a final varnish, and I thought it would be kind of fun to at least try on some of my smaller oil paintings, see if I like it. It's Grumbacher. It says to wait 6 months after your oil painting has been finished before applying. So this is not one of those immediate ones like Gamblin makes. Speaking of Gamblin, I also got this Galkid Light. It's an oil painting medium. I was given 20 really large bottles of oil paints from Paul Rubens just as a thank you gift that I'm dying to try. I have oil paints that were gifted to me last Christmas by my son and daughter-in-law that I'm dying to try, and I want to paint on my big canvases with oils and acrylics, this specifically for oils. So I thought having a medium would be good because most of the mediums I have now are 20 years old or older. Now on to the paper. Ugh, color drawing paper. I just got this because it said Fabriano, and I was curious what their colored drawing paper would be like. And since I'm getting a little bit more back into colored pencils, I thought it would be fun to have a bunch of different colors. Yeah, this is lovely. And you can use it for all of these mediums. Gouache would be fun. That's great. 12 colors. And then there was supposed to be like black mounting board. I was supposed to get a set of 50, which I really, really needed for art markets and whatnot, but I got one. Anyone else? Don't worry. Blick made it correct. They made the orders right, gave you discounts, gave you coupons. This is Canson Color Line 184 pound, 300 GSM paper. And I think this was supposed to be a pack of 50 or more than one, but I got one. And this here is the same thing, but in black. And again, I got one. The corner's damaged. That wasn't their fault, sadly. Not sadly. Sadly, it was my fault, is what I'm trying to say. And then I have the Fabriano white drawing paper. And this is a little heavier weight than the colored one that I just showed you. Same mediums. Oh, this is lovely. This is very thick. Okay, that is great. Maybe I could try my inks from the calligraphy set on this as well. Now, all that lovely watercolor paper we all tried to buy, I didn't get hardly any, which is fine. I have enough, but boy, when you had the option to try and get 300-pound paper, oh, you kind of need to jump on it. But anyway, I'll spare you the details of like all the papers. Like I had a huge list of just random papers that Blick just canceled for me. And then some they sent and I only got one of. So I'll just run through a couple of them here real quick. Okay, actually I decided it was way too much work to pull them all out of the boxes and show you. So I'll tell you that I ordered a ton of paper, but I got one sheet of 300-pound Fabriano paper. I did receive the whole 5-pack of the 90-pound Arches paper just this week. So that one took a while, but I'm glad they didn't cancel that one. They went ahead and sent it. I'm a little sad that the one they sent is only the 90-pound, super light, but it'll still be fun to use such a big size. I'll figure it out. I have been stretching paper lately, so I can always stretch it, right? I received another 5-pack of Fabriano 140-pound cold press paper, and then another single sheet of the 640 GSM, the 300-pound Fabriano. I don't know if I already said that or not. Sorry. My brain is not keeping up with itself today. And then another single sheet of the Arches 140-pound. And I think that's it out of the paper I ordered. And I did order a lot more than that, but it's fine that it didn't come. Like I said, I'm not mad at Blick. They had an influx of us coming in with Lindsay's posts, so I think they did the best they could, and the coupons they sent out are amazing. So now I also have $30 in Blick coupons that I can use, and maybe I'll just treat myself to some 300-pound paper, although I do have some Kilimanjaro sketchbooks with 300-pound paper in it that I should probably use up first, but they're a little smaller than what I was thinking. I was thinking really big sheets, so I'll think about it, figure out what to use my $30 on. These are the items we're going to play with super quick in this video. See what they look like at least. Here's the line makers, a 0.1, a 0.3, and a 0.5, and a nice case. Just see if these are exactly the same. They are. We have the Canson XL sketchbook that I've been playing in once in a blue moon. Seems like a good one to try some of these products out on. Tricky light situation in here today. Very light sepia. Not that easy to see. That 03 is pretty thick. I do like it. And 05. Interesting, this 05 is more like the point. Oopsie, I said it. It's a 0.5. But it's more like the 0.8 in the microns. Now I'm really curious what this purple one looks like. It has plastic on it, so if you just twist it, that usually comes right off, and it did. So this is a line painter. This is a line maker and a line painter. Okay, so this is probably some kind of acrylic ink. So I'm going to shake it here off screen. It does say it's a water-based pigment marker. Is that what it said? Yes, water-based pigment painter. Shake well. Depress for 2 seconds and something that I didn't really bother finish reading. Okay. I shook kind of okay. Depress for 2 seconds. Okay. It should say depress for 0.2 seconds. Let's just spread this out with our fingers because that's kind of fun to do. Hopefully it's non-toxic. Super pretty. Very nice color. Do have a total mess on the end of this, and it's kind of built up on the metal part, so I'm just gonna pull that off just a little bit so we can see what's going on. The tip seemed kind of hard, like it didn't really want to. There we go. It just needed to soak in and soften the tip. And I have to press a little bit harder to get this one to work. But don't press too hard or you'll depress the ink or the paint and it'll come spewing out. Now I can go around with a purple finger today. I will try to wash that. Oh, I'm not sure if I'm ready to try these ink brushes, but let's at least try the blue one because I want to try that one for my Inktober piece. Cobalt blue, watercolor finish, water soluble. Cobalt blue hue. Okay. I don't know. I doubt that needed shaken. So I assume we take the black ring out, and that is what lets this lid pierce into the pot where the paint is. Take that cap off, which is on there firmly, and then squeeze, question mark. Do I need to wet this? Oh, it does have, ooh, it had some sizing on it. I should have dipped this in water first, but it broke up really easily. Okay, so I squeezed and let go, and some already came out, so that's good. Going to try and get a little bit more. Assume I squeeze. I don't know what I'm doing. I have instructions. Pre-filled brush, ready for use. Watercolor effect. Blendable, water-soluble, permanent when dry. Cool. And pigment-based ink. Does not say how to use it. That's okay. It's just a water brush, basically. A watercolor brush, so I just don't know exactly how much watercolor to have in there. This could be kind of challenging actually to use on my Inktober piece, depending on what I try to do with it. Could also be really fun. Well, that's the cobalt blue hue. Now I kind of do want to activate the others, but I'm afraid if I don't use them soon that the brushes might, I don't know, something might happen to the brushes. Especially because it says permanent when dry. I don't know. We're going to leave the other colors for another time. Sorry if that disappoints you. Let's try these Derwent Color Soft pencils. Let's see how they feel compared to some others. This one is Deep Cadmium. Feels nice and smooth on this Canson XL watercolor paper, which is smooth, kind of a, slick finish to start with. Bright orange. Let's see if they, probably not use the purple finger, huh? I was gonna say, let's see if they smear. No. I kind of expected them to smear, and they don't. Yeah, I don't know much about the Coloursoft line. I've been a Prismacolor and Inktense girl for the most part. Oh, that one was red. This is deep fuchsia. Ooh, my favorite color, usually, indigo. I actually had to buy a few new indigos for my Prismacolors. Blue recently. My swatches are going uphill. Green. Lime green. Put that one next to the green so you can see it. Dark brown. I like dark browns. Ooh, this one's very gray. It's a gray leaning dark brown. I like it. Dark terracotta. Should be a pretty one. And it is. Does not disappoint. Black. I doubt we'll be able to see the white. No, but let's put some over the black and see what happens. Kind of burnish. All right. We'll put some over that. Okay, there's the white. Let's try that Derwent blender pencil we got in the haul. All right. Derwent. Oh, it's not a blender pencil. It's a burnisher. Same difference. So it's probably more like a colorless lead. It's hard to tell. I think it's more colorless. Oh yeah, so it's mixing the black together without lightening it. Let me get you closer. Let's try this brown one next to where we put the white on it. Ooh, I like that. Let's try the indigo. Ooh, it makes the indigo bright, kind of like a peacock blue. Interesting. Let's try this one. Let's just try them all. It does get a little bit of the color on the tip, so be aware when you're switching colors. I am pushing really hard. This is not something I could sustain very long with my thumbs in the current condition they're in, which is damaged. But I could do it for a small piece and for a little while. Okay. I actually like this better than I thought I would. I kind of want to see these calligraphy ink colors. They're hard to get out. Good thing you can push from behind, because if you have a compromised hand, you're not going to pull them out. I can tell this set is probably really old. This tape is yellowed on it. Shake well before use, it says. All right, let me shake all these. You can see the gold kind of piled up on the bottom there, so I assume that's why we shake. Can't really tell with these other colors, but gold usually does that, and it is. It's getting in there. I see a big clump in there still, so the gold might benefit from a toothpick stirring it as well. I'm not sure. I'm not going to dip the dip pen into this one because it's super thick. I'm just going to decorate my finger with another color. My other finger. I'll have lots of decorated fingers. Huh. That's pretty. It's a very deep gold. I like that a lot. There you go. I just dipped these fingers into the gold, so now I'm very decorated. Ooh, it has lots of air bubbles. All right, let's try this out. I don't know where the ink is between all the air bubbles. Got more air bubbles than ink there, so that's all right. A little tricky with the air bubbles, but part of that's just my impatience. And the paper is also warped. Let's smear that. Why not? Just so we can see the color better. See the color better spread out like that anyway. There's the black. And the blue. Man, if they had just given us a yellow, we could have made an entire masterpiece, but no yellow. I'm curious if you could use the gold for a yellow. Let's see, what fingers do I have left now? Get some gold. Get the blue finger. Can we make a green with that? I have way too much blue on my finger now. Green? Yeah, we do have a green, except I don't have enough gold and I'm out of fingers. Okay, let's try that. It's barely a green. So no, you can't really use the gold as a green. It tinted it a little greenish, but not really. It just lightened the blue with gold flecks. Okay, good to know. I have yellow inks I could use if I was really serious. Look how messy I made that. I'm gonna have to go wash a lot of things. All right, out of all of these, I think I'm most excited about the colored pencils, followed by these, although now I'm wondering if these are gonna be a little hard to use because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna have to go watch some videos. When I was going through my online invoices to get the prices on the screen for you, I realized I had a couple other things I had already put away. I got the Derwent watercolor paint pan set and then the Pastel Shades watercolor paint pan set. Now I already had the Pastel Shades watercolor set because a friend had shipped it to me a long time ago and I haven't used it yet, but I thought this one would be fun because I could do a giveaway when I do that video. So I went ahead and picked that one up even though I already had it. These, these are the fun things because some of them are crazy. Well, all of them are crazy. These are like the two-tones, Stabilo Woodies. And I was so excited to try this. It says 3-in-1 duo. How do you have a duo and a 3-in-1? I don't get that. Maybe because you have the two colors separate, like this color, and then flip it over and this color. And then if you use it on its side, you can mix them together. That kind of makes 3, right? Sure. This is number 882. Oh, this one's interesting. It's kind of a light peach color with white. So white, but you can't see it all. Like the light peach. And then, let's see. I don't think it's really easy to do, like, try to mix them together on the pencil at one time. I think you need to put one side down and then maybe try and go over it with the other side. And this paper is not very conducive to woodies because it's so slick. But that one's a neat one, 882. This one is, oh shoot, they're all 882s. What the heck? So, the colors mixed in together here are 470 and 570 on this one. This is 100 and 355. This one is 405 and 470. They have individual light fast ratings on the individual colors, so that's cool. Their rating, that one is almost not light fast at all, and the white fully light fast. These are 2 stars. There's up to 5 stars, so I guess those aren't very light fast. And we have a 3-star and a 2-star here. There's this color. This color. Mix them together. Can we? Kinda. You're meant to put water on these, so can mix them together with some water here in a minute. This one is 205 and 385. It'd be nice if they had color names on these. There are other numbers, like this says 3523, 1923, 4522, 0923. Oh look, a purple and a yellow. Let's get some compliments going, huh? That's really fun. Oh my gosh. Let's put the yellow down first this time, just because why not? Yeah, we're gonna have to get some water. This is 570 and 630, and the pencil number is 3623. So we have a brown. Oh, very nice brown. I like dark browns. Kind of a limey olive green. And I love how these feel. They're so fun. Mix them together. Almost complements here. Blue and a yellow. Both 5-star on this one. Let's see the light fastness on this one. 2 and 2. So these are both light fast. This is 205 and 450, and the pencil number is 4123. Very nice blue. Very nice yellow, 450. Different yellow than this one, just so you know. And if we mix them together, have some water brushes. I don't think, oh darn, they don't have any water in them because I took them on an airplane. Always make sure I dump the water out of them before I get on the airplane, so I'll just go get some water. This is the fun part with these woodies. Watch them get all blurry. Oh, that makes a lovely color together. Too much water on my brush for these. It's working out. These should be pretty awesome. Nice deep colors. Okay, I guess I understand why they call them 3-in-1 duos. Because you can make 3 colors. That's neat. Actually, I'm going to save the purple one for last because I'm kind of excited about seeing that one. Suspense, you know? That's a really pretty green. Alright, let's mix these together. Wow, very nice olive green. Well, I don't know if you'd call it nice, but this one's leaning more brown, but that's okay. Okay. Some more opposite-ish colors. Wow, that's a pretty yellow. Probably didn't need to rinse my brush that time. Much more down-to-earth green than I thought. I thought it'd be a lot brighter than that, and I like it. I would use that one for leaf highlights and things. Beautiful purple. Very pretty yellow. All right. This is probably more purple heavy than yellow, but let's see what kind of brown or gray we get. Huh. Much nicer than I thought. Leans a little bit pink, which is very cool. Cool as in awesome. That was these fun things. We'll do the ink tints when I do ink tints. I just don't want to open them up right now and mess with those. But I like these. They'll be a nice addition to my 18 set. That is what I got at the Blick MacPherson Liquidation sale. I still have open orders. Like, they didn't cancel everything in some of the orders, so more things might be coming. I did go ahead and order the Derwent drawing set with the coupon that Lindsay put up because, like I said, I've been really getting back into my colored pencils. But that won't be shipped until the end of November or so no sense trying to show it to you here. And it wasn't part of that MacPherson Liquidation sale anyway. A little beside the point. Anyway, I feel a little scattered today. I hope this video made sense. I hope you enjoyed seeing what I got at the liquidation sale. I'm curious, did you take advantage of the Blick MacPherson Liquidation sale? Have you gone back on since they republished the sale? I did, to see if some of the original things I ordered that they canceled were available anymore, and decided I didn't care enough to spend an hour or so going through that, so I just closed out of it. I have enough art supplies. I'll be fine. I would like to know, though, out of everything you saw in this video, what are you most excited to see? So that will help me prioritize what to show you guys. All right, I will see you in the next video. Have a great week. Bye. Cat.
I did leave the kitty.
You left him there, I know.
Okay, I'm just checking. Letting you know, there's not a kitty in my car.
No, there's a cute little puppy.
I think this is a hot dog.
Yeah.
You're always hot.
She's just retarded.
Aww, what a cutie.
That one's Raylan's dog, so it kind of fits.